Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Ranked, where I climb the online VGC 17 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. First of all, sorry that I missed out on an upload yesterday. I know I said I'm doing my very best to get back on track with daily uploads, but my computer had issues turning on yesterday. I thought it was actually completely dead. Fortunately, I was able to figure it out, but by the time I figured it out, it was a bit late. So my apologies for that. I'm going to do, like I said though, my best to really get back on track with daily content after taking the last 2.5 weeks or so off. So thank you guys for continuing to support the channel and for continuing to support the series. If you guys saw in the last episode, you know, we did reset our rating since it is the new battle spot season. So I figured since we are a little bit lower on the ladder right now, I'd try some more eccentric and fun Pokemon choices. So this is a team that's heavily inspired by one of my friends, Aaron Trailer, and it has a couple of slight modifications, but it's a really, really fun team. It features basically kind of getting critical hits on yourself with the as we find our first opponent of the day immediately, kind of messing with my train of thought there. But basically the idea is you have a lot of Pokemon that can crit your own partner. Normally you're like, why would you want to crit your own partner? Well, with the abilities of Crocodile and the Crab, I don't know how to fully pronounce that. Crabominable. I'm just going to call it Crab. The idea is you can crit yourself and then you get to +6 attack and just kind of sweep from there. So it's kind of got some fun shenanigans. There are like two options you can go with it, either with the Crocodile and the Honchkrow lead. It is Scarf Crook, or you could go with the kind of Trick Room option, as there is that as well. So let's see. My first opponent of the day is going to be rocking a team of Tapu Koko, Hariyama, Arcanine, Cernia. I think that's how you pronounce it. I actually have no idea what that does, so I'm kind of scared about that. Milotic, and the Now Ego. So the first thing that sticks out is there's obviously fake out support there from the Hariyama. I could just lead Crook and Honchkrow though, because it's like if you fake out the Crocodile, then I can just Brave Bird you for a knockout. If you fake out the Honchkrow, then I can just Earthquake, and my opponent's team doesn't really like taking Earthquakes too well, or doesn't take Earthquakes too well. So yeah, Crook, Honchkrow in the back. The Crab's actually pretty good here. Yeah, I think I'm going to bring the Crab. And I'm going to want a Trick Room user. Porygon's a little bit... I don't think there's any real fear of Taunt. So, maybe the Cernia has. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I think that's what that Pokemon is, but I've really never seen it in VGC this year. So, don't know really quite to expect in that spectrum. But yeah, we're going to get into the first game of today's episode. As always, if you guys enjoy Road to Ranked, please show your support by leaving a like in the video. I'd really appreciate it. As, let's see. Yep, so Krookodile and Honchkrow here with the item. So Koko and Hariyama, okay, that's pretty good for me, I think. I mean, I suppose he could just fake out Dazzling Gleam here. But he probably doesn't anticipate the Scarf. Though he could also just Thunderbolt. So maybe this isn't as good as I would have liked it to be. But I think, I mean, I can just Earthquake and Brave Bird here, and I'm saying, okay, you either commit to fake outing Crocodile, and I guess you could fake out Crocodile and Thunderbolt Honchkrow. But then I would get a free switch into Porygon. So ideally he fakes out Honchkrow. But he does fake out Crocodile. Yeah. And probably just Gleams? Oh! Haha. So he actually taunted me, probably expecting a Tailwind, and that's actually an option. Z Tailwind is another way you could go with this Honchkrow. Instead, I'm going for the Scope Lens, so I can get critical hits off. So getting rid of Hariyama is actually such a big deal, because Hariyama really threatens that Porygon in the back, which is why I was like, oh, maybe I should have brought Oranguru. So that's really, really good, because my opponent, I mean, my Crocodile is Scarfed, and Scarf Crocodile is really good against my opponent's entire team. So there is the... Serena, that's how you pronounce it. Okay. So that's Grass type, which is obviously kind of an issue. I don't even know if I need to go for the crit onto myself, honestly. I think I'm just going to Earthquake here. Now he could be Sash. Don't anticipate him to, but if he's Sash, I could just Sucker Punch to cover that option. He could Protect, but if he protects, then I could get a free switch in. I think the idea is to just try to pressure a knockout onto one of these two Pokemon. I'm gonna Brave Bird here. I might be faster. I actually don't know how fast Serena is. Okay, so no Protect comes out from either. Actually, no, if this is Sash, I should have Sucker Punched. Oh, he's not Sash. Okay. So, I guess I kind of got fortunate. My opponent, like, committed expecting maybe a Tailwind turn 1. We see the drop kick. This is why I love, like, using more centric stuff earlier on the ladder, because you play really interesting stuff as well. But I think Cernia is just going to feint here. Yeah, so I was, like, pretty much no Cocos nowadays are Focus Sashed. Like, they're pretty much all, as a Brave Bird knocks out the Serena there. You know, it's like Z move, for example, either Electrium Z or Fairy Z or even Normalium Z. And then I'm going to bring Porygon. I want to see if I can close out the game with a Crab. Actually, I should have just brought the Crab in so I can Night Slash myself. Especially with now Ego coming in. Yeah, so, like I was saying, most Cocos are not Sashed. Because you want Life Orb, you want Specs, you want a Z move on it. Maybe a, you know, Scarf occasionally you see as well. So I made a gamble there, but maybe I should have just played it safer and Sucker Punch that slot, because I think I would have been in a fine position anyway. But now I can just Trick Room and hopefully close out the game with a Crab. So it's kind of funny because they're like two means of speed control. Oh my gosh, was that a crit? Not even. Yeah, Honchkrow is actually really freaking strong, man. Especially against something like now Ego with such a low defense stat. Like, he's going to get the knockout here with Power Gem, but now Crab can come in. Crab wasn't really necessary here. Like, the lead matchup was just able to kind of snowball things. But, yeah, that turn 1, I mean, it could have played out very differently if my opponent just went for the Thunderbolt onto Honchkrow, maybe expecting, yeah, I don't know. I think, like, he probably should have just Thunderbolted. And even if he did, like, it wouldn't have been like, the worst case scenario, but I would have been in kind of like an awkward position. Because, you know, I had Crab and Porygon in the back. So maybe Oranguru would have been better to bring here. But now I can just... Yeah. I do have Return and Psych Up, as you see, as well. And Close Combat from the Crab should be able to just close out the Now Ego here. So, yeah. Like, I think the Taunt there makes sense if you're expecting something like a Whack-and-Berry or a Focus Sash and you really don't want Tailwind to go up. Because if you are expecting one of those and Tailwind does go up and you don't know that I'm Scarf Crocodile, then you're actually in a lot of trouble because then next turn I can just Brave Bird and Earthquake. So, like, Taunt might look kind of weird there, but it makes a lot of sense. In the end, I actually don't even run Brave Bird on this because with the Scope Lens and with Honchkrow's ability, Sucker Punch immediately has a 50% chance to critical hit Crocodile. Night Slash also has a 100% chance to either critical hit Crocodile and Crab, and both of those have abilities like get you to +6 attack immediately. So you can literally just Sucker Punch and Earthquake immediately and have a 50% chance of, like, winning the game outright. And you don't necessarily have to make that play all the time, but it certainly can work in your favor. So, pretty first game one there for you guys today, but definitely a really fun one. And I don't know, I think, even though I won, I'm not too content about that, because could have played out very differently, especially if just Coco Thunderbolted me. Like, my opponent expected me to have something that I didn't have, but you never want to be in a position where you're hoping, oh, my opponent, like, makes, like, a play that, I don't know, kind of saves me or puts me in a better position. As we find Sealand from Japan with a rating of 1526. Rocking a team of... Oh, it's this team! Okay. I don't remember everything on this team. If you guys don't remember, I actually played with this team for a couple of days. It's a QR team. Although my opponent evidently has built it in-game. So maybe the sets are a little bit different. Or maybe it's the same. And it kind of revolves around setting up Tailwind with the Pelipper, and then Wailord kind of wrecking everything with Water Spout. Pikachu has Fake Out. It was Gracium Z, I believe, on Kartana. I really don't remember the Coco's item. I mean, I don't have Tailwind here, which is a problem. That's a big problem. He could set up Trick Room. Like, the thing is, I basically don't want him to get a free switch it into Wailord. And the way I can prevent that is just, if my opponent does lead Pikachu, I think I should go Trick Room here. Although, if I remember correctly, Mimikyu has Taunt. But Oranguru does have Mentor. So Oranguru, what's a good lead with this here? Crab, maybe? As odd as that seems. Actually, Honchkrow. I can also pressure Tailwind, potentially. And I'm going to bring both of my Trick Room Sweepers with Araquanid and Crab. So this could be pretty scary. Actually, I don't know how much Gracium Z from Kartana does. Maybe I should have just went Crocodile and Honchkrow. I also don't know if my opponent changed the sets at all from the original version of this team. This team was like a pretty popular Japanese team. I got relatively high up on the ladder. And yeah, I think I used it between like the 1800s to 1870s last Battle Spot season, just a couple of episodes ago. Ooh, that's not what I was anticipating. I think this is okay. The Mentor, right? So I could just taunt immediately. Honchkrow should be faster than Wailord, right? So I can just Trick Room and... Am I faster? I actually have no idea how fast Honchkrow is relative to Wailord. I'm pretty sure I'm faster. Actually, I might not be. That Wailord was pretty speedy if I remember. I guess I'll Sucker Punch him here. Even if I don't crit him, it reduces Water Spout damage. Okay, that's good. That's even better. What? Is that Twinkle Tackle? Oh, I thought he was gonna taunt me for sure. That's not good. Okay. Who's that targeting? Honchkrow or Oranguru? Oh, this could be very bad, guys. Can I survive Water Spout? I might be able to after that crit. Ooh, very nice. Nice. So Oranguru gets through that and is able to get the Trick Room up, which is very beneficial for me. Yeah, so I had a 50% chance to crit there. I really don't need Oranguru at this point. So I think I'll just Psychic and Night Slash the Mimikyu. Wailord's probably going to want to switch out here. I don't care if it stays in, because it should be Choice Specs if it's the original Wailord set. Although... was it Twinkle Tackle on Mimikyu originally? It might have been. I remember Mimikyu's the one Pokemon I never brought. I thought it had Taunt. I'm pretty sure it did. Oh, he actually stays in with both. Okay. That's fine. So I do have Psychic, so I will be able to knock out Mimikyu's Disguise. Maybe I should have switched into Crab. Yeah, so his Wailord actually is faster than my Honchkrow, so I will get this Night Slash off. It's guaranteed to crit. It actually doesn't pick up the knockout, which is unfortunate. That's fine. It's gonna Water Spout me. Ooh, actually, crit on Oranguru. I think Oranguru would have survived without a crit, but that's fine. Yeah, he's just gonna play rough me. So, okay, this is actually kind of funny. Now, the issue is I only have 3 turns of Trick Room left. I didn't pick up a knockout on either, which is actually potentially pretty bad. Yeah, I think, this is never the position you want to be with Trick Room. But I know that Wailord is pretty much forced to switch out or stay in. That was not insightful commentary, but the idea is because he specs, he can't protect. Now, I think I'm actually going to go Frost Breath myself. Yes, and I could miss, actually. So maybe I should just attack this turn. Yeah, I should attack. Yeah, close combat. You know, Z Liquidation actually covers the Protect option for Mimikyu. Is it worth burning the Z move here? I think it might actually be, because I don't need it for anything else in the back. Yeah, so this is my way of dealing with the fact Trick Room's running out. I'm gonna Z move, Mimikyu, and close combat Wailord. Because Z move, of course, does damage through Protect. Oh, Mimikyu switches out. That might even be better for me. Yeah, it's Kartana coming in. That's fine. Yeah, okay. So I will do a lot of damage here. I'm gonna plug in real quick. The reason why I wanted to close combat Wailord is this Wailord has Hydro Pump and it's specs, so that causes me problems outside of Trick Room. So I'll get a Hydro Vortex off, and I'll knock out the Wailord. It's 2 turns of Trick Room down, so I've still got 2 more to go. Holy shoot, that does so much damage. And close combat from the Crab will pick up the knockout here into Wailord. So maybe I should have doubled up on a Mimikyu. But the thing is, I didn't want Wailord getting a free switch into Kartana. So if I switched up the order of that, I would have picked up a double knockout, but that would have been kind of hard to predict. So 2 turns of Trick Room left. Can the Spider and the Crab, the best friends, close this one out? We know Mimikyu, we don't know the fourth one yet, but Crab does have a berry. However, I am at -1 now. He can't Z-move anymore, and it's Pelipper. Ooh, that's actually beneficial for me, I would think. Because that means Liquidation guarantees the knockout. Onto Mimikyu. Not onto Mimikyu, onto Kartana. I'm at -1, so... yeah, I don't need a Frost Breath myself this game, I think. Instead, I'm just gonna Liquidation Kartana. Now, the thing is, Kartana could just Detect here, and Pelipper can go for a Hurricane. So I could double up into Pelipper, but Pelipper also easily could Protect. Although, the original Pelipper didn't have Protect, if I remember correctly. So I could double into that slot. I don't know if Hurricane even knocks me out. Okay, I just Ice Hammered and Liquidation. Actually, I don't even know if that... I mean, this Pelipper is really frail. He did Detect, okay. I could have doubled up into Pelipper. I personally would have attacked if I were him, that's why. But maybe he doesn't know that I know he doesn't have Protect. So Ice Hammer does connect. Brings me down to stage of speed. Yeah, he's gonna Hurricane. Can I survive? Oh, I don't survive! I don't know why I thought I could. I mean, I guess Pelipper's pretty offensive. Ah, I threw that one away. Yeah, I could have won that one very easily. But now... yeah. I don't think Araquanid can 3v1 this. Yeah, if I just doubled up into Pelipper, that would have been game. And I guess I should have. But it's like if Kartana doesn't detect there, and he just attacks, which is what I would have done, then I lose the game there too. So I had to call it correctly there. Because if Pelipper doesn't have Protect... okay, she withdraws Pelipper. Wait. I Liquidation that slot. That was a good play. Well played, well played. Yeah, so now you can just Leaf Blade because Trick Room stalled out. That's definitely a little bit frustrating. I wish I called it correctly there. But there's only so much you can do. I think, otherwise, I'm like relatively content about how I played this. Yeah, I wasn't expecting the Fairy and Z into the Oranguru immediately turn 1. And I should have better utilized my Trick Room. I shouldn't have sacked both of my Pokemon there. And ultimately, yeah, if I double into Pelipper there, then I win the game, unless he gets a double Protect with Kartana. But even if he does, then there's some Protect mind games. I also could have protected my Crab that turn, but I wasn't sure if he was going to Hurricane into the Crab or into the Araquanid. So Leaf Blade will come out and pick up the knockout. Okay. So we do split this 1-1. But that was a fun episode. I mean, the first game, it was like, oh, okay, things went pretty well. But it could have played out very differently. And then the second game, I got the Trick Room setup I was going for. Maybe I should have crit my... yeah, critting the Crab wouldn't have helped really, because the additional damage output didn't really mean too much. So, yep, that's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, if you did, please show your support by leaving a like in the video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Alright, peace.